Casting from Confinement, Fishing Stories During Japanese-American Incarceration. Over the years, the oral history program housed at Manzanar National Historic Site has conducted hundreds of interviews to preserve the stories of those who were wrongly incarcerated. Featured here are two accounts about going beyond the barbed wire in the pursuit of fishing. My name is Jenna Horiuchi, and I'm an AmeriCorps service member with the Great Basin Institute serving at Manzanar National Historic Site. My focus is fishing, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to share what I've learned so far with the Tadaima 2021 community. I'm also interested in additional material from the audience, so watch for my contact information at the end of the presentation if you'd like to get in touch with me. For now, I'm pleased to lure you in with these amazing fishing stories. They aren't stories about how big the fish are, but they are about how big the spirit of the fisherman is. And since you're probably waiting with bated breath, let's get on with it. After the United States entered into war with Japan, the U.S. government ordered the removal of over 110,000 people of Japanese ancestry from their homes. The Army required every family to register for a family number assigned to them at a civil control station. In rural and urban settings alike, people packed only what they could carry, leaving behind nearly all other possessions. For over 10,000 Japanese and Japanese Americans, Manzanar became their new home. In the 3 years that people lived in the confinement site, life proceeded in many forms, including community activities and sports, like basketball, baseball, and football. But all of these activities took place within a 1 square mile compound surrounded by barbed wire and guard towers, crowded with hundreds of barracks. Located at the eastern foot of the Sierra Nevada, some people looked up into the mountains and wondered what was up there.
Well, the landscape on one side, you had the High Sierra and the Mount Williamson, which was very, very fascinating to me. I was fenced in, but I would gaze up there all the time and imagine where the streams would come down, and thinking, boy, if we could get up there, there should be some fish there. And always daydreaming, thinking, I wish I could go up there and do some fishing and exploring. It's very, very, I mean, it's right there in front of you, but yet you can't touch it or get there, and it was very frustrating.
Mount Williamson stands over 14,000 feet above sea level, an iconic landscape for those living at Manzanar. Noboru daydreamed about exploring the mountain streams, probably like many others. If the barbed wire and armed guards weren't enough deterrent, there was also a project director's bulletin dated July 3, 1942, where the administration discouraged, quote, fishing, wading, or swimming in the Los Angeles Aqueduct or its tributaries in the vicinity of Manzanar, end quote. In the following interviews, though, we hear from two men who reached those streams.
So we got pretty good at that. You know, we find our own type of entertainment. We went fishing. Yeah, I can't remember what else we did. Yeah.
Where did you go fishing, Seth?
Georgia Creek.
You went to George Creek?
Yeah, we snuck out at night. My brother had heard from somebody that were fishers out there that you go fishing with. And my brother heard about fishing from before, because the first thing he did when he he was able to leave camp because he was driver. He would go to either Lone Pine or Independence on errands for the camp to buy supplies or deliver mail or whatever he'd do. He would be able to go out. So he was able to pick up lines and hooks. No, we didn't have any fishing poles, just lines and hooks and sinkers. And first thing he bought was a creel. Oh, yeah, because he read the magazine. Fisherman had a creel. Creel. And so he heard from people that there were fish. We weren't the first ones out there, but we learned from people around that there you can go fishing. So we'd walk out of the camp on the Bears Creek, middle of the night, crawl out there, and get out far enough from the place. And I'm not sure if that time we had a knife or not, because you couldn't have knives. I can't remember how we did it, but we would, as we walked down there, we would pick a branch of a willow branch, And as he walked out there, we would strip the bark off of it, all the willow branch. And then we got to an area where the water would overflow the banks and we create a marshy area. We would get sticks and dig up the dirt there and look for earthworms. Because that's the only bait we had. We would dig up earthworms. We had some kind of a container, and we'd go out there and fish the fish in the streams there. Mm. Yeah, so we did on a regular basis. I have good memories of that.
Yeah.
This is good fishing. Because we didn't have a reel, we'd have a long leader and we would flick it. Flick it into the water. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fishers fought hard. Oh, yeah. Lost a lot of it because you didn't have any drag in the reel. You just didn't pop the line. Mm-hmm. It's good fishing.
So who fried up your fish?
My mom.
Your mom?
Yeah.
On a hot plate or?
You know, I don't remember if we had a Coleman stove because we could order everything from Sears or what, or else if we cooked it on the family stove in the room.
Oh, the oil stove.
Oil stove, yeah. I think she cooked things on that because we made all kind of Japanese food in camp. Yeah.
Some relate fishing to a feeling of freedom, but in a later interview with Setz, he shared contrary sentiments worth noting.
That'd be exciting, you know. And then people said they felt freedom getting out of camp. I didn't feel any freedom walking out there. I knew that I had to come back. There's no place else to go. I have a Japanese face. I can't hide myself in public. I gotta go, you know. So I realized that I'm stuck here. But yeah, you know.
In the next interview, Sakai Yamanoi, who went by the nickname Bael, shares his fishing stories. Listen for the novel and perhaps pungent method he and his friends used to sneak out.
How did you get privacy? Like if you had to do something in private, how did you do that?
To go fishing? That's
Nope.
private, man. We used to sneak out.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, tell me about that.
Oh, well, at the beginning, we used to just go out and we could go out so far to go trout fishing. So there was 4 of us. One time we decided, hey, why don't we sneak out and go way up there and spend some time. So, okay. So we snuck out. We went way up to where the trees will grow. Well, we used to camp right there where the wood, you know, firewood. Then we used to go up beyond that to go fishing.
How long did it take you to hike all the way up there?
I think it took us about 2 days to get up there. Well, we wasn't in a hurry, so we go follow the stream going up. So it stopped and trout fish here and there. And then how long? But it didn't take us long to come down. I still remember 9 hours. Here, like 2 days to get up there, and 9 hours to come down.
Did you make your own fishing pole, or where did those come from?
Yeah, at the beginning, we used to get a bamboo. Where did we get the bamboo at? But later on, I know you could order through Sears and get fishing poles. But I don't think I ever bought it. I think I always made mine. Because it became a hobby as making fishing poles. There was a factory that used to make fishing rods. And after that, I bring it home. I used to varnish it and stuff like that, and I put those high guides on the fishing pole, put the cork handles on it. I used to do that as a hobby.
Did the guards let you go out, or did you have to sneak out of Manzanar to go fishing?
You had to sneak out.
How did you do that?
These trucks that had to go out where they dump. We used to hide in, I don't remember exactly where we hide to get out. Then we wait out there until dark, then we go up, Then when the trash going back, that's where we had to dump. We used to stay out there until it got a little dark so we could go ahead. I don't think they was really serious about where we're going to go anyway. So guard, I don't think they really paid much attention to us. They know the only reason we're going that way is because of fishing. There's nothing else. I got caught, like I said, in the Army. When we got caught, they took us to the Army jail. then they transferred us to our what do you come in, like our jail.
Oh, yeah.
And it was nice when we got caught. Then you know who all your friends are. They bring candy bars to you and stuff. that was good. Oh, there was this guy named Shim Nakamura. He had to limp when he's walking. He can't walk with normal speed. So he used to get poked with a bandit. Yeah.
Oh
but with that, what do you call it, on? Not that turning, what do you call it?
Cover.
Yeah. Get poked with that. Yeah. Them days are gone. But it was a lot of fun, though.
Arrested for fishing during a wrongful incarceration and able to laugh about it later demonstrates a resiliency of spirit second to none. These are just two fishing stories of many. Each person who experienced the Japanese-American incarceration has a different tale to tell. And as the Manzanar National Historic Site motto states, one camp, 10,000 lives. One camp, 10,000 stories. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and the next time you're listening to the sounds of a babbling brook, remember the men who sought the solitude and joy of nature beyond the barbed wire.